And it's all down to the mentality that they have. It's all down to the actual execution of what they're being taught. The difference between the 97% that don't make it six figures and the 3% that do is execution of what they've been taught. Because that same 97% and that 3%, they get taught the same information. Think about it. So what you're going to hear today is what everyone hears it, right? I heard it when I first started. When I first heard it, I decided to really make it happen. And that VMC yesterday was very, very powerful. If you guys were on, I hope all of you were on that call yesterday. It was I got a page of notes, and I was listening to some of the guys. Some of them have been in the industry for 6 months. Some of them have been in the industry for 20 years. And I'm listening to all that they're saying. I'm listening to all the different, and the reason why I wrote down the notes, I mean, what they've said is nothing new. I've heard it before, right? But you don't just take notes if you haven't heard it before. You take notes even if you have heard it before, so you can lock it into your mind. And everything that they were saying on that call, I was writing down what Bryce was saying. I was writing down what my wife Katrina was saying. I was writing down what Gary was saying. I was writing down what Gail was saying. I was writing down what Carlos was saying. I was writing down what all these speakers were saying. And everything that they said, I even wrote down what I said. Everything that we said, it was exactly the same thing that we were saying. It was exactly the same thing. Stop complicating the process of success. You think it's some magical potion that we drink that makes us successful. It's not. It's simply applying. And I'll be honest with you, that's the challenge. It's the challenge for all of us to get to the next level is not what to do. Is, are you willing to do it? I'm telling you, that is, even for me, there's certain things in my life I want to improve on. And I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do to get those results. But even for me, there's always going to be challenges that you go through that's going to stop you from, like, it's like, oh man, I know what to do, but am I willing to do it? And that's the challenge, right? So this training, get the information and apply it. That's the key. Applying the information every single day and deciding to take action on what you've been taught. This is the key, right? So it leads me to my first point. Having a positive mindset, right? Rewiring your mindset daily. This is very, very important. This is the first thing, okay? Because we have to train our brain. We have to train our brain to see opportunities as opposed to problems, right? You can either be a solution-orientated person or a problem-orientated person. And having a mindset of solutions will always allow you to elevate, okay? No matter how tough. You know what I've realized? You could look like, for example, there's things that I've been through that I'm sure you've been through 5-10 years ago, right? And those challenges at the time, like I get this every time I used to think, man, this challenge back then. I remember back in 2012, and I was in a very different situation in my life. I was a kid. I was literally like 18 years old. I was a kid, man. I was 17, 18 at the time, 2011, 2012, and I had a challenge at the time with something that was happening in my life and whatever, and some people in my life, whatever. And I look back at that situation, and I didn't think, it was almost like the world had ended for me. It was like the world was about to end. Even in 2012, we had this conspiracy that if you guys remember, for those that are old enough to remember, some of you guys on this call, like kids, 18, you probably don't remember it. But if you're my age, if you're around 25 and older, you'll probably remember when everyone was saying the world's going to end in 2012, right? There was a film about it, and people were actually worried about this. People actually were very concerned about the idea that the world was going to end. Because there was a calendar called the Mayan calendar, and the Mayan calendar didn't go past the year 2012, right? It was actually a calendar that it's like an ancient group of people that they made this calendar, and people were actually scared, right? Now even the same thing happened in 1999 when It was called Y2K, and apparently they said that. I mean, I was young. I was 5 years old back then. I don't remember that one, but my mom was telling me that back in 1999 they said that the world was going to end again because all the computers were going to fall out the sky, because all the airplanes were going to, because basically, the computers are changing from 1999 to 2000, and it's never happened before, and the computers are going to, like, basically they were saying that the computers are going to break down because they have to reprogram themselves to hit that the year 2000. The coding will go wrong, which means if the computers break down, then the airplanes will break down. You guys remember, right? So everyone was like, oh my gosh, like 2000, the world's going to end. So people were going out, going crazy, New Year's Eve, doing things that you shouldn't be doing, right? Just like, the world's going to end. People's minds were programmed a certain way. And there's something that I'm sure you guys have heard about before. It's called mass thinking, okay? The world thinks a certain way. Even now, there's a lot of conspiracies about airplanes, and you shouldn't fly by airplane because there's a lot of crashes happening. And the crazy thing about the world is, that's why I don't read the news. And there's even certain pages, because Instagram, if you guys realize it, Instagram has turned into the news. So all the things that people think are negative or that's happening, people start to buy into it. And they said a couple of weeks ago that, oh my gosh, there's been so many crashes of airplanes, and oh my gosh, 2 planes collided in midair. And when you actually look at the stats, the same period of time that they put that article out, that was like about a month ago, right? If you look at last year, there was about 80 to 85 crashes. This year, it was the same amount of crashes. It was the same amount of crashes, but the society, the government decided, let's scare some people, right? For whatever reason. I don't know why they're trying to scare people, but they're trying to pull this narrative out there that traveling by airplane is dangerous. It's the same planes that we've been using, right? As a matter of fact, traveling by air is more safer than traveling by ground, right? It's a safer way to travel because there's less things up there, right? So, why is everyone worried? I'm like, listen, I'm going to go on more flights because there's something that the world doesn't want us to do. They want us to be scared of what? I've traveled for the past 20 years. Nothing's happened this far, right? Mass thinking. People are creating an environment for you. Now, here's the thing, right? People are wiring your brain for you. Why don't you decide to wire your own brain against what they're saying? And that's why listen, when I say to you, I don't watch the news, I don't watch the news because someone told me not. No, I don't do things because someone tells me not to do it. I do it because I understand it's not good for me. So when I first started getting involved in this industry, I realized that, wow, the world is trying to make us think a certain way. Put a yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Someone's telling you how to live. They're telling you, oh my gosh, are you sure you're going to travel in those businesses? Are you sure? Like, are you sure? Like, don't you want to play it safe? Are you actually sure you want to, take this risk and invest this money and all this stuff? It's called mass thinking, right? So, but everyone's looking at problems. They're looking at the issues, and people buy into these issues. Oh, the cost of living crisis, the cost of living has been going up for the past 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. Every single year, things get more expensive. What is the difference today? The difference is a lot of the jobs that people are getting offered is the same salaries they were getting 10 years ago. But guess what? The cost of living is going... So it's true. There is a cost of living crisis. But it's relative to who? Do you think that the billionaires are worried about that? I think I saw an article the other day. Let me see if I can find it. And the article said... Alright, let me see if I can find it. This is very interesting, guys. Right? Cities around the world with the highest number of billionaires. Singapore, 54 billionaires. Los Angeles, 58 billionaires. Shenzhen, China, 59 billionaires. China's got... Listen, I want to go to China, man. That's where it's at. Shanghai, China, 61 billionaires. What are they doing over there? London, UK, 63 billionaires. So you're telling me we've got more billionaires then Shanghai, China, which is a very major city, Shenzhen, China, which is a massive major city, LA, we've got more billionaires right now. Where are they? Should we call them? Where are they? Right? London, 63 billionaires. 63. Beijing, China, 68 billionaires. Mumbai, India, a third world country, right? Apparently, right? 69 billionaires. It's all nonsense. There is no such thing as a third world country. It's a lie. It's an absolute lie. Society lies to us all the time. Moscow, Russia, 74 billionaires. Hong Kong, 74 billionaires. New York, 110 billionaires. So what I'm trying to say is, you can either decide to allow society, and that's why in this industry we're so blessed, because we have mentors and coaches who have achieved incredible things, and we have a chance to see how they've been able to become successful. They didn't have a magic pen. They had to go and work, and they became successful. So understand that there's 63 billionaires in the same city. Now, where are these guys? Where are they? I don't know where they are, right? I've yet to meet a billionaire that's from London. We've met one billionaire in London. A guy called J.R. Redinger, sadly passed away a couple of years ago. So he's the only billionaire I would say we've actually met in person. Yeah, it is actually. We've met a billionaire. It's not bad. Yeah, we've met one billionaire. That's J.R. Redinger. I'm trying to think of anyone else. That's the only one so far. But we're on the way to meet more, right? And we sat down with this billionaire. He's not from the UK. He doesn't really count. But he's one of the American. He passed away sadly a couple of years ago. But me and my wife had the chance to meet him years and years ago. And the power of connections, man. We met a guy. I met a guy. Then he used to work with this guy. And it's funny because the owner, the guy that we met, was actually a CEO of a network marketing company. Right? The company's still going strong today, right? He was a billionaire. And honestly, when we met with him, it wasn't like this guy's got magic powers. There was nothing special about him, to be honest. He didn't say anything. You know what? I'll be honest. I don't even remember what he said. But it's just the way he was like. Because I was mesmerized. I was like, this is someone that's made over $1 billion. This is a billionaire. He didn't give me like he was Superman, but he was just he's very simple, plain clothes, one simple watch, and he just said to me, I work hard, I build systems, but I can't remember the actual full-on conversation because it was so long ago. And one regret, I wish I kept in touch with him, man. You know what I mean? Because it's not even about the fact that he's a billionaire, just the way that he was very cool, very chilled, and he obviously had habits that he implemented to become successful. But it's all about the mentality, guys, okay? And that's why I said to you, I'm going to be a billionaire by the age of 40. I got 10 years to do it, and I will do it, for sure. Because it's not about how long will it take, it's about having the mentality, believing that it's possible, right? So the first thing is rewiring our mind daily, right? There's a few things to do. Number one, morning affirmations. We do affirmations every single day, but you should be doing affirmations anyway, right? As a matter of fact, this morning, I already done about 28 minutes of affirmations, just repetitive affirmations, speaking to myself, empowering myself, right? You may wake up feeling sad, whatever you're feeling, because you are allowing the wrong words to control your vibration. You gotta you gotta speak to yourself. I'm telling you, that is the best. Do you want to improve your mindset? All these coaches, they charge millions. I think it's a scam, really. They charge millions to teach them how to have a stronger mindset. It's a scam because I know it might be controversial, but I'm not paying no coach to tell me how to think. Because think about it. Think about it really. I'm not talking about like business, like network. I'm talking about like paying someone just And their only job is to tell you how to think. People pay them thousands and thousands a day. I'm not talking about network marketing, business. That's different. Like a personal development coach or like a life coach. They help you in business. They help you to find deals. They coach you. I'm talking about paying someone. Oh, sit down with me. Okay, show me how to think. All you have to do is speak affirmations. That's it. Affirmations is the beginning. If you want to improve your self-image, you speak the right words to yourself. I promise you, that's the number one thing you have to do. The action, the work you have to put in, all of that comes after. If you can crunch your self-esteem, if you see Derek walk into a room, the way I walk into a room with so much confidence, I'm not the richest in the room. When I go into certain rooms, most rooms that I go into, I'm not the wealthiest person. I'm probably the brokest in the room because I chill with big people, right? But when I walk into a room with big people, I still have the posture of a billionaire because I speak it every day. I'm a billionaire. It's done. And it's not about an ego thing. It's about having the confidence that you are already that person. So when I walk into a room, people they set up. Okay, this is someone important. And then when I open my mouth, I'm not speaking profanity. I'm not speaking negatively. Especially in a professional. I mean, when I'm talking to my friends, I'm different, right? But when I'm talking, in an environment like this, I'm professional. I'm very insightful. They think, oh, this young black kid from London, what has he got to show me? And I shock them every time. And it's because of the power of affirmations. One of my good friends, we've been able to build a good relationship. His name's Chifa, right? He's a jeweler, and we've been talking on the phone, every week. And again, this is a guy that's become a multi-millionaire, right? He's got a shop in London, and he serves some of the biggest celebrities in the world. He serves your favorite celebrities. He actually provides them with jewelry on a regular basis. We're talking about Anthony Joshua. We're talking about Mos Def. If you guys know about Mos Def, we're talking about ZZ Mills. We're talking about Nas himself, the greatest lyricist of all time, right? Nas. Some of the biggest celebrities. And again, a lot of the time with these rich people, I'm just like talking to them, and I'm not so much asking them what's the key, because I already know, but I'm asking them, how did you get here? Because you are someone that is super successful. The jewelry shop that you own is in the most prestigious location in London, opposite my favorite restaurant, which is the spot of spots in London, right next to the Ritz Hotel, like literally right next to the Ritz Hotel, which is like, come on, it's unbelievable. It's still unbelievable to me, like how he got that place. The rent for that place per month is about 200,000 a month, just to pay for the rent, and the building isn't that big. But obviously, location, right? And I gave him a call last week. And he's like, Derek, what's going on, man? I said, Chief, man, listen, how did you get to where you got to? And he said to me, one of the things that he done is he kept speaking to himself, I'm the best jeweler, because there's no secret to it. He kept saying, I'm the number one jeweler, I'm the number one jeweler. And now he is the number one jeweler. It's about the mentality. It's about the ability to attract. If you're not speaking the right words, if you're speaking negatively, it's going to really frame your mind in the wrong way. And I've been there before, multiple times. Whenever I feel like I'm not in the right vibration, I speak the right words. Right? I'm like, come on, you can, like, Derek, come on. Like I encourage, and I speak, and listen, I speak very aggressively to myself, to the way where if you heard me talk to myself, like when I'm giving myself a pep talk, you would think I'm a little bit, like I know me. So I talk to myself like when it's time to get it done, to get things done, I'm on my own case, right? And I'm like, yeah, whatever I say, best believe I do it after, right? So you've got to have that relationship. A lot of people don't even have a relationship with themselves. How can you have outward relationships with other people if you don't have, and like I have an intimate relationship with myself where I know me. If I feel a certain way, I know I feel a certain way. I'm gonna speak into my life, and that's where affirmations plays a big part, because it takes 21 days to form a habit. You've got to form this habit of speaking to yourself positive words. I promise you, it will change your life. You've got to speak to yourself every day. You're the only person that can speak to yourself. My mom, she went through years of pain, bad relationships, abuse, raising me and my brother like through the toughest conditions, right? And she is super strong. She's recovered today from all of her mental illnesses. And I asked her the other day, like, how did you do it? Because my mom's, she's like my best friend. My mom is my first ever mentor. You know, she is the person that is my mentor, really. Like my real first mentor. Because the reason why I say that, yes, she doesn't have the results financially. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, my parents doesn't have the money I have and blah, blah, blah. That's a wrong context. You shouldn't even be putting your parents in that category. When people say something like, oh, well, Derek, you know, my parents don't have the results that I want. So that's, your parents shouldn't even be, shouldn't even be, to be honest, your parents shouldn't even be, in my opinion, because I'm very, you know, I'm not like, I don't talk to everybody else. I believe if you say your parents, people say, oh, well, my parents don't have the results I want, so I'm not going to listen to them. That doesn't make any sense. Because you're not supposed to go to your parents for business advice anyway. You're supposed to go to a business coach. But in terms of life advice, the reason why I say your parents, you should honor them, is because they made you. So my mom, yeah, she may not have the results I have financially, or obviously I've surpassed her in income, obviously, many years, but I still take advice from her from certain things because she is my mother, right? Like I was in her belly for 9 months. Like I think there's a connection there, right? So, you know, if you ever feel like, Derek, man, can I take advice from my parents? Obviously, maybe not financial advice. Maybe that's the context that people say, yeah, I agree, financial advice. But in terms of life advice, of course, because my mom's lived 6 decades. That's my opinion anyway, right? I believe you should honor your mom and your dad. And even though my dad wasn't around, I still honor him, I still love him. And that's maturity on my end. And that's why I've become successful, because despite of the pain my parents went through, I still honor them. And one day I wish I could meet my dad. If I don't meet him, then it's fine, right? It is what it is. But I asked Mum, I said, Mum, I called her, I said, Mum, could we have these long conversations? We have these 2-3 hour. I said, Mum, how did you get out of the depression you was in? She goes, son, I just kept speaking the right things. I kept speaking to the right people. And I kept praying to God that he would get me out of this. And that was it. That was confirmation. Now, my mom is not an entrepreneur. She's never been an entrepreneur. She's never made significant money, anything like that. But she's in a happier place because of the words that she's speaking to herself. The words that she's been speaking, she's listening to the right music. She's calming her mind. Or Lauryn Hill, she loves Lauryn Hill. Whatever it is that's gonna get you to speak your affirmations out loud, I promise you it will change the game for you. David Amanite, right? All these incredible leaders, Ivan Tapia, they always say it's the affirmations that I spoke when I was the lowest, and even when I was at my highest, that continued that growth and continued that momentum. Is speaking the right words, speaking the right thing, guys. Sometimes, guys, you just gotta speak into your life. If no one's gonna speak into you, like, you've got to be the one to speak into your life. And for the men on this call, no one's going to come and save you, bro. For the men, if you're going through a tough time right now, no one is going to come and save you, bro. Trust me. Your wife, your missus, your kids, they're looking at you for leadership. And if you don't step up, nothing's going to happen. Obviously, you're you know, for my women and on this call, you guys, we're going to save you, right? That's our job. But for the men, no one's going to come and save you. So it's either you start speaking the right words, it's either you start allowing yourself to be a man, or no one that, yeah, yes, men, we feel emotions, right? But the reality of it is, we're leaders. And you've got to speak the right words into your life. You've got to speak empowering words. You've got to go and work out and let out that emotion or whatever you're going through. When I'm going through these moments in my mind, I decide, okay, am I going to sit here and moan about what's going on, or am I going to go out there and make it happen? It's either one or two things. You have to do it. You have to speak into your life. I could have made excuses when I was a kid. I never made excuses about my dad not being around. I decided I'm going to be a good dad when I become a father. I never once complained about it. I never used it as a reason why I went to prison. I never used it as an excuse why I was involved in guns and drugs and all these crazy activities. That was my decision. Because there's kids out here that, you know, have their dads around that are still doing the madness. But obviously having a father around helps that a lot, right? But anyway, that's a whole other debate. You've got to speak the right words into your life. I didn't make any excuses. I decided I'm going to speak when I was young. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know what business to do. I just decided I'm going to get that. I kept speaking it. And my reality has happened today. So whatever your situation is, make a decision that it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to decide to win. I'm going to decide to speak the right things. I promise you guys, it is the most rewarding thing you can ever do to yourself. And guys, it costs nothing. It costs nothing. You don't have to pay for an affirmation coach. You do not. Okay? You just go out there and you speak those affirmations every day to yourself. I am so happy and grateful now. Whatever your pain point is right now, speak over it. And your affirmation shouldn't be, oh, I am so happy and grateful now that I don't eat bad food. Or no, your affirmation should be in the present tense of where you want to be already. I am so happy and grateful now that I eat healthily. Or I am so happy and grateful now that I am confident in my appearance. Or I am confident in my speech. Or I am a great speaker. Or I am a great this. Or I am a great that. You've got to speak your reality right now. And the toughest thing is when you're going through the pain. I know where you got, well, not you, but where people are at, where you're going through a pain, and it's like you're trying to figure out, how can I, like, I'm speaking it right now, but when is it going to change? That's the biggest question. And the interesting thing is, there's not one day where everything changes. Think about it. It's gradual. Because even when you achieve success, there's levels to that success. There's not one day where everything just shifts overnight. You can't change your life overnight, but you can change the decision. You can change the direction that you're going. So they were talking yesterday about the events, right? And I know there was so much more I wanted to say, but everyone was giving their own individual training or whatever, right? But I remember there was an event in London. It was an event in London, yes, but the event in Vegas in 2018, and I made a choice that I'm going to. My choice back then wasn't the choice that I made wasn't so much I was going to become a 6-figure income earner. I didn't really have that level of belief yet. I'll be honest, right? At that time, that was my first international convention. That was 2018. I was in Las Vegas. My decision I made was that I wasn't going to quit. I'll be honest. Like, everyone talks about, yeah, going diamond. Good for you. That's your belief. Back then, I wasn't like, no, I didn't have that belief back then. Because there's a rank called Diamond, which was called Chairman 10 in that company, right? So for those guys that were like, I want to go Chairman, I was like, great, good for you. But I just made a choice because I'm not going to quit. Because when I got to that convention, half of my business collapsed, right? I went abroad to Vegas. I had about 80 active customers and about 30 quit. And I was like, damn, okay, well, here we go again. Got back to London and I rebuilt the business. But if it wasn't, that convention saved my life. That really did, because I made a decision, right? All the 10K a month stuff is great. And don't get me wrong, I believed I would have done it eventually, because, but my biggest commitment was, I'm just not going to quit. I'm going to continue in this industry until I make it. That was what that event done for me. And that event, I still feel the energy from that event. It was just someone prayed on those chairs before that event started. I'm telling you, they put something on those chairs, because I'm telling you, like, that event was just amazing. It was just an amazing event. It was my first time, it was my second time meeting David. But at that time, I hadn't really had a chat with him yet. But I got on stage to get my recognition, and David was wearing some pink suit, and it was incredible. It was an incredible event. That was back in 2018. But that was the event that really made me realize I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep on going. That was my decision that I made, and that was an affirmation. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. So we got back to London and we got to work. So affirmations are key. One more thing, guys, is your mental diet. You've got to take a diet from negativity, right? Social media is such a melting pot of different things. I love social media. One thing that I learned from a good friend of mine is, don't use social media, abuse social media, right? You have to use it for your own advantage. Post what you need to post on your page, and stop following pages or people that are going to make you feel less than you are. Okay? Diet yourself, man. Like, take a break from the negativity online, man. This is a lot going on. Shade Borough, all this rubbish. I don't follow these silly pages. It's nonsense. It's just so much drama. Now, all these pages are based about what other people are. Have you realized? It's all about what other people are doing. And people are so invested in these pages, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, sometimes I go on the Shade Borough page just to kind of see what's going on. And I'm like, this is actually crazy. The things that they're talking about on this page, it's like, why are we buying into it? Why are we even listening to this stuff? It takes away a whole 3-4 hours of your week. Just listen to that. Another thing, guys, is to control your environment. I'm gonna tell you one hack, okay, that me and Kat have done over the years. You go to environments where the rich people are, and you make rich friends. You hang around people that will make you uncomfortable. That is an absolute major key. Is find people that are successful in their industries and befriend them and serve them. Because these individuals are going to push you. One of my friends, I met him in Harrods probably like a year ago now. I'm in Harrods, I'm just looking through some stuff. I see him come through with his friend. Started talking, chatting back and forth. It turns out this guy is a millionaire. He's 45 years old, but he looks young, looks super young. Multi-millionaire. He basically does like consulting for businesses, right? And the guy is like talking to me. He's like, yeah, man, just talking. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the valet and get my car. So we went to the valet. The valet pulls out this brand new Porsche, brand new 2025 Porsche. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was last year, 2024. And he's like, yeah, man, it's one of my toys. It's so casual to him. I got 3 more of these in the other house. It's casual. It's like, he's like, yeah, man. He showed me some of his transactions. Oh yeah. 200K deposit, 200,000 deposit. I sent £200,000 to a friend of mine to start a business. Oh yeah, it's normal. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is people's yearly. Like, you're just sending it out to people to invest. It raises your vibration. Oh yeah, I made $1 million in 6 months. Yeah. It's not about the money, guys. It's about the vibration. And you spend time around people that are showing you these things. It changes. It makes you. It levels you up. Guys, you've got to get around people that will make you uncomfortable. The reason why you're not working the way you need to work, or maybe getting the results that you think that the results you think you should be getting, you're not getting the results because you're not uncomfortable. You think you're uncomfortable because you hear the stories about the diamonds and this, that, and this, that. But a lot of people they get familiar with the diamonds. It's the truth. Okay? Because it's like, well, you hear diamonds so much. It's like, yeah, I can go diamond. But then on a day-to-day basis, you've got to consistently be shocked by other people. Shocked. Ooh. Oh, you're going to get uncomfortable. You're going to get uncomfortable. And that's why coming to the convention is so important in May. Guys, this event is to be around the winners. That is so important. I'm excited to spend time with my mentor, David Amanitik. I need that refresher call. I need that starter pack again. I need that, what's it called? I need that. David, let me drive a Rolls Royce around the block. I'm gonna drive around the block. But David, let me jump in a Rolls Royce. I need it. I'm always getting that charge up. Get a chance to see, Bryce Thompson again, who's got, and he lives in, you're gonna see, his Rolls Royce is in, he's got a Rolls Royce. He lives in Houston. He's got a black badge Rolls Royce. A black badge. You know how much that's about 300K for one. He's got a mansion. When I say a mansion, he's got a mansion in Houston, like an actual mansion. And when I go into that house, I feel uncomfortable. I'm like, man, this kid's younger than me. He's got this. And I'm like, whoa. The watches, the Richard Mille, he's got like 5 Rolexes, Richard Mille, all the jewelry, the chains. I'm like, man, the closet, his shoe closet is 100K. I mean, come on, man. 100K. Just the shoes. So I'm talking about getting around people that are further than you and not taking it for granted, not getting comfortable. Because the thing is, you can't get familiar with it. Because we hear about it so much. And be careful that you get so familiar with the diamond, the 10K a month, the 100K a month, that you think, oh yeah, it's just going to happen one day. I'll put a little bit of work in here, and I'll get, no. You've got to consistently, you've got to get uncomfortable all the time. So I'm always getting uncomfortable. When I call David, I'm like, hey, how you doing, mentor? Like, and just hearing this man's voice, I'm like, I'm uncomfortable again, man. Dang it, man, this guy's super rich. Hey, I just like, I can't even, I don't bring issues to David. I can't bring a problem to him because I'm like, yeah, just checking in, man. Checking in. How you doing? Excited, man. Houston. We're gonna have 100 people there. I've got to be positive because he's positive, and he's like the issues I think I have. He's thinking, bro, if you want to get to where I've got to, you've got to get through this stuff. I'm uncomfortable. You got to get around people that are gonna make you uncomfortable because that will then probe you to win. Sit down with people that have done what you want to do, and it's going to make you think, man, I've got to level up. And it's either, when you get this shock to your system, it's either, because guys, you can have 2 reactions. If you get around someone like David or a wealthy person that's got what you want, and they tell you their life, and you can see the results, You either go hard and chase that goal, or you stop. I've realized it's never in the middle. You either decide to go super hard, I'm so inspired, or let's go. Or you stop because you think, oh man, I'm never gonna get there. Or you feel overwhelmed, or you feel like you've lost the battle, or you feel like you're behind. But you've got to use that as fuel. Use that as fuel to get yourself to that next level. Never envy someone's success. I celebrate these people. Everyone that has the results, the Ivan Tapias, the Davids, the Bryces, these guys, I'm like, wow. I am inspired by you. I'm gonna get there. And with the affirmations, getting the negativity away from you, not allowing the media and all these things. No, being in the position where you are super grateful for what is happening in your life right now. But the reason why we always talk about affirmations is because affirmations is the main way, guys. The quickest way, you want to become like, you want to think like how I think quickly. Speak affirmations on 100 times a day. Speak it 100. Write it down. You're going to speak different. You're going to talk different. You're going to think different. You're going to act different. You're going to dress different. If you speak, these affirmations can change you. That's the quickest way. Yes, you can go to seminars. Yes, you're going to read books. But reading a book is going to change you, but it's not going to change you as fast as affirmation will. Because affirmation will change your self-image. And even the affirmations will propel you to read that book with more intent because your self-image has improved. A lot of people don't have a work issue, they have a self-image issue. Insecurities and self-image problems. I promise you guys, if you decide I'm gonna work on my image, my self-image, you can always tell if someone's really got that self-esteem by how they walk into a room, how they address themselves, how they shake your hand. That you can always tell. So I want all of you guys to be in your mind super strong. Your mind is what you have to have, the mindset that will then determine everything else that happens after, guys. Get around winners, get around successful people, talk to successful people, pick their brains, serve them. Like, I make friends with these rich people. I make friends with my new jeweler. Like, I went down there, I gave him some free shots, you know what I mean, and became friends. Got his number because he saw that I was giving him. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be your friend, right? Got it. Now we talk, and now I'm directly talking to the number one jeweler in the city, and we're building a friendship. So when it's time to get my Richard Mille, when it's time to buy the new Rollie, I'm gonna be like, yo, Chief, I'm ready, man. I mean, that's the relation. You got to go and find people in your city, in your location that are the wealthiest people in your city, and decide to befriend them, decide to give value. And I promise you, man, like, you're gonna see the change will be evident. And as Chris Eubank always says, the procedure will be parliamentary, right? Love you guys. Have an incredible week. And let's do the affirmations now. We need 3 volunteers to share the affirmations. Listen, guys, this week's going to be absolutely amazing. Guys, if you haven't got your ticket, guys, get your ticket for Houston. We've got 60 days. We've got enough time to get this done. Let's get everybody there. The goal is for us to have over 100 people at this event. Grab your ticket, guys. Now, my favorite part of this event, I'm going to be honest, my favorite part is the VIP party, right? I love the speaking, the event, but you know me, I'm a man, I like fun, right? So, we're going to have a party, a VIP party. Listen to me carefully. See, my wife said party, right? I'm telling you right now, I don't drink anymore. I don't know. I might have a little glass or two or champagne. I don't know. I'll see. Right? But there's gonna be a party where you can dress up as your favorite movie character. And you got listen. Don't steal my idea now. Right? If you guys know how. Last year I won. Last year I won. If you guys remember, I won last year, right? I won last year by miles, right? If you guys were there, you guys saw the outfit. I performed on stage. I was the best, right? No one was coming close. No one came close. This year, oh, bro, we can't. Listen, I'm not playing. I'm not gonna tell you who I'm coming as, guys. Shall I tell you guys who I'm coming as? Because you can't copy my idea. You can't copy my idea, right? Guys, you cannot copy my idea. If I told you, ah, no. Nah. I'm not gonna tell you, but listen. Come as your favorite movie star, your favorite movie character, right? You're gonna see. I'm telling you right now. Listen, I'm excited. As you can tell, I love dressing up and fancy dress parties, whatever. But yeah, the event's gonna be amazing. This event will be amazing, guys. It's going to be a chance to be around the winners. If you haven't been to a major convention, please listen to me. Get yourself to that event, no matter what it takes. I know you're gonna have, different things, whether it's childcare, even if it's a financial thing, but just 60 days to really get yourself there. I promise you will not regret it. No matter what sacrifice that you make, I'm telling you, these conventions is what keeps you locked in mentally on your goals. Because I haven't seen someone become successful in this industry and not gone to a major convention. Put it that way. And if you ask me, Derek, is it a prerequisite? Is it a necessity to go to an event to become a successful person? I would say absolutely yes. That's my answer. It's not an option, right? If you want to be, I'm here, cool. You don't have to go to a convention. But if you want to be a winner, if you want to be a superstar, like the superstars you saw in that call last night, guys, you've got to today. Start planning now, okay? I promise you guys, you'll not regret it. Plus, you're gonna get the chance to get to that VIP party and see how we're pulling up. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm pulling up as. I'm not gonna tell you. Well, you're gonna see. All right, guys. Affirmations now. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to read an affirmation. We need 3 volunteers. We've got the new ones, but I need to put it up on the document. 3 volunteers. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. My wife said she's coming as me. I'm coming as me. There you go. I can't be mad at that. I cannot argue with you. That's a good one. John Silver Server said he's coming as himself. Yeah, when I'm coming as myself too, but it's as a reflection of this character. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to read the affirmations. If you want to read the affirmations, or should I do it myself? Because none of you guys are just, I don't know what's going on. All right, Kimberly. 2 more people. 2 more people. Let's go. Oh, seeming no one wants to do it. I will do one myself. We need 1 more person. All right, Silver Surfer, let's go. Yeah, I want to read one, guys. I'm going to show you how to read affirmations, okay? Like, it's not even just about reading it. It's about reading it. It's about reading it with energy. Reading it with the right vibes. Okay, so first I'm going to call up Kimberly to the first one, and then we're going to go. I'll do the second one. Kimberly, good morning. Good
morning, everyone. Okay, my first time reading on your sessions, Wealthy Team Affirmations. I am wealthy and rich. I live in plenty. I swim in plenty. I have abundance. Everything I touch increases in value. I know the secrets of the riches and wealth. I attract money daily. Money pursues me. I am a cheerful giver. I am effortlessly wealthy and rich. My gift daily produces for me. I am daily in the company of like minded, wealthy, and powerful people. I have accepted, excuse me, I have adopted God's financial plan for my life. I follow and fulfill it daily. I have and use all the resources I need to prosper myself and others. Sorry, I lost my thought. I make more money than I spend. I know exactly what I need to do and give in return for the exact amount of money I desire. I am a cash millionaire, multimillionaire. I am so happy and grateful now that I have turned my annual income into my monthly income, my monthly income into my weekly income, and my weekly income into my daily income. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities. The money is growing, the quantity is growing from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I see the money flowing to me. I see the money flowing to me now in increasing quantities. I see the money flowing into my bank account from multiple sources, multiple businesses, multiple investments, and multiple customers. The money is flowing continuously. The money is flowing continuously. The money is like a river flowing into my bank account on a continuous basis. The money is like a river flowing into my bank account on a continuous basis. Could you scroll it up, please? I, Kimberly Gambrell, am like a tree planted by the rivers of water. I bring forth my fruits in and out of season. My leaves shall never wither, and whatsoever I do, I shall prosper.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Next up, we have Mr. Silver Surfer. Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother. Take it away. Take it away.
Morning, bro. I don't know if you did see the chat. I was meant to nominate Grace. Grace actually wanted to do it as well.
Sure, sure. You nominate Grace, and then you can do what you can do this one. Then Grace can do the self-confidence formula.
Okay, no problem. Well, morning, family. Blessings to you all. Let's go. Okay, here we go. I am a money maker. I am successful. I am attractive. I am confident. I am limitless. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am bold. I am perfect. I am strong. I am blessed. I am grateful. I am a great leader. I am a diamond leader. I am determined, dynamic, persistent, ambitious, and truthful and beautiful, sophisticated, professional, called to be in a loving, world-renowned motivator. My name is Jonathan Garvey Thompson. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am humble. I am a winner. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I will never be broke another day in my life. I will live the fullest of life in all God has for me. I am a force for God. I am a force for good. I am a champion. I set new standards. I defy the odds. I break generational curses. I am the head and not the tail. I am the above and not the beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I, Jonathan Garvey Thompson, am chosen by God. I am protected by God. I am in a consistent state of mind of attracting all good that I deserve and desire. No weapon formed or fashioned against I, Jonathan Garvey Thompson, shall prosper. Every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. It is my season. It is my season. Let's go. Oh, sorry. It is my turn. It is my turn. Let's go, fam. Things to you.
Let's go. Yeah. He was on the board there. He's on the last one. Like, oh wait, I got one more to do. All right, wonderful. Last up, we have Grace. Good morning, Grace. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Good morning, everyone. It's just been thrown in the deep end.
Oh, don't worry. You listen. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Well, after the first time, you want to do it every single week. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, therefore creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding myself the development of self-confidence. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I shall have developed sufficient self-confidence for this attainment. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and my actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person.
Let's go. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Let's go. Have an incredible week, guys. God bless you. And the schedule is out for today. And see you guys on the calls. Take care, guys. God bless. Don't forget to grab your ticket for the convention, guys. May 23rd to 25th. Let's go.